Hello everybody, my name is Arcana, and today we will be talking about what would happen if you had Kotoamatsukami. Kotoamatsukami being a Sharingan ability, a Mangekyo Sharingan ability at that, means that you would have all of these Sharingan abilities which are given there. So, the Eye of Hypnotism and the Eye of Insight, and if you don't know anything about those, you can check the description, there will be a Sharingan video there. Kotoamatsukami, being Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan ability, is somewhat attuned to mind control. However, it's not directly mind control in that somebody will act just completely different and be controlled in a way that you can tell that they're not the same person. No, rather Kotoamatsukami subtly influences somebody to follow your will, your word, and they will still act the same way that they normally do. So let's assume, for example, that someone is misogynistic as hell, and you decide to use Kotoamatsukami to follow you, who is not misogynistic. How they act, whether it's aggressive or scared and timid and all that other stuff, will be there, but the subtle tricks of Kotoamatsukami will say that, hey, you can't be like this is your master's will, and they will essentially follow it. Danzo Shimura does this a lot when it comes to ninja, and he has a 1-day time limit, whereas Shisui had a 10-year time limit due to not having Hashirama cells. As always, when it comes to these videos, I will say that instead of that, you have the 1-day time limit, so every single day you could essentially pop somebody and go about and use your genjutsu. Starting off, no, you cannot control the entire world. There is 7, almost 8 billion people, if not 8 billion people now on this planet. You will just not be able to meet all of them and use it with a day time limit, only be able to use it once. And I will also say that it probably is chakra draining, so I wouldn't just try to spam it on random goons. Me personally, with Kotoamatsukami essentially putting someone to follow your word, your will, and your command without anybody knowing, I would be hitting every rich person up and make them give me their money. They're going to give me money, it's going to be subtle, and they're not going to realize they're doing it, or they're going to do it of their own volition. Nobody's going to be able to be tipped off, but I'm getting my money from that Kotoamatsukami because there's not much else you need to do. Of course, I would hit the people in power as well and make them make a better world, a more just union, as you could put it. The entire world would have people who are trying to make life better for the average man and make things better in general. And I would also hit the people who do think tanks and stuff like that and make sure they can't. But for the most part, because I also need to eat and I need to live and I need to grow and all this other stuff, I'm going to be using that for all rich people. I don't know about you, but I think it's the most simple thing to do. Also, you would just be able to get in power as you slowly build up an army. And I could do that depending on how fucking radical I went. I'm just saying, in general, most people would probably do the same thing. Like, I don't look me in the eye and say you wouldn't do that to someone rich to take their money. I guarantee you. Also, if you say that you do this to control the opposite sex, you are a fucking piece of shit and you're weird. Do not be on this channel. With that being said, my name is Arcana and I'm out.